Okay. All right, so for what it's worth, I have my computer set up here. So I can see your questions. Kind of. All right, can I change this here? Are we live? Let's see. Comments. Nope, don't close. Cancel. I'm seeing some comments come in. All right, it's been a while since I've done the live stream, and I'm gonna wait for the comments or people to show up before I start talking about what we're doing, because I never do this, so it's always interesting to see how YouTube's changed their live streaming setup. And I can't figure out how to get this filter thing to go away. Oops, that's changing the camera. I'm such a noob when it comes to live streaming. This always happens. Go away, go away. Normal. Oh, there we go. We finally got it. All right. That only took too long. So, how many people do we have in here? Holy crap, 300 people already? That's, for me, that's a lot of people. So, I have brought you guys, folks, I guess I should say, all here because we're in my garage and I want to land a tail whip on that thing. If you've been following me on Instagram, you will know that I have come very close to landing a tail whip on this stupid thing. This is like the mini rocker bike that I did a video on like 2017 or so. And I have landed a tail whip on it like 3 years ago. but I haven't landed a tail whip on a quarter pipe. So instead of me just doing this alone with no one watching, I want to have physical proof that I can land it. So that's why I have brought you all here. I have like a million lights around. I'm probably going to be hanging out over here. And so I have a computer set up right there so I can read your comments while I'm setting up. So I'm going to go back over there because I can't see your comments right now. I can see them a lot better from my computer. You guys should see how precariously my computer is just hanging out up here. All right, what's going on, guys? All right, what's the, I see one question about the hardtail that's in the background. So that right there, that's the Zaskar LT, and they released that bike over the summer in Europe, but actually never made its way into the US. So I got it literally in December, and we have snow on the ground, so that's why I haven't done a video on it, because trails are closed and there's snow on the ground, so it's going to be hard to do anything with it until springtime. So it's just sitting here looking beautiful in the background. Yeah, so let's see, what other questions do we have coming in? And these questions come in fast. Hello from Texas. Do people ride in the snow? Yes, some people do ride in the snow, but you need a fat bike to float on the surface, and then you also need to pack the snow. If you have like a moderate amount of snow, like let's say 4 inches or less, generally you can get by with a regular bike, but it also depends on the trail status of different places. A lot of places will close down their trail systems before hunting season, and they won't reopen them until spring. So, all right, I'm gonna take my microphone right here, and I'm gonna put it right here, and I will recap why we're doing this live stream. So, for those of you who have just joined me, or us, this is the Mini Rocker BMX bike I got 3 years ago, so I did a video about it, and I've come really close to landing a tail whip on it on this half pipe that I built. I didn't even do a video on my main channel about this half pipe. That's another tangent. And I've been wanting to land a tail whip on this bike on this mini ramp that we built in our garage. And instead of just doing it by myself, being a loner, I figured I'd bring you guys along and we can share this experience together. So, for a little context, I cannot tail whip on a normal bike. I cannot tail whip on a scooter. When I got this 3 years ago, I did manage to land one tail whip, and it took me 150 tries. I promise you. And so it might take a long time to land this. Who knows? Like, because of the wheelbase, the bike does spin around really quickly, but because of the wheelbase, it's really easy to loop out. So it's easier and probably trickier at the same time because the bike spins at like the speed of a kickflip on a skateboard. So it just happens in the blink of an eye, and before you know it, sometimes you catch it and sometimes you don't, and you don't even know what's going on. All right, let me just read a few more comments. Do a video on your backyard snowboard setup. So I also do have a little bit of a jib set up for my snowboard right behind the garage. I haven't done a video on that because the first stuff we built was kind of an experiment, and we haven't gotten any good snowstorms since. We just have some snow on the ground, enough where we can't ride bikes, but not enough where we can build cool stuff, which is a kind of a bummer. Anyway, how's the audio quality real quick? Let's see. All right, sweet. So there's barely any delay to the chat this time. It's only like 5 seconds. And one last question before we begin is, do I have a La Bamba? Yes, I do. It's actually, it's right over there. It's right behind me. I have two of them. I have one that's the silver one, and then I got a new one this winter, and I'm still waiting to build it up. I'm waiting for some wheels to come in, and unfortunately most of the indoor skate parks are closed, or if they are open, I'm not really that excited to go because of, you know, coronavirus and all that stuff. So I've been trying to keep to myself, stay low key. But let's, this will be my first tail whip today. Keep in mind, this is no warm up. I have not tried any tail whips since the last time I was out here. So this first one might be a little bit interesting. Okay. All right, we got it around, but didn't even come close to standing on it. So let's try again. Okay. We're off to a good start. I actually got my foot on the pedal that time. So that was better than I expected. Last time I came out here, it took me, I don't know, it took me a lot of tries before I even got any feet on the pedal. So, it's, this is really tricky because like it happened so quickly. I think on a regular bike, you have more time to see where the pedals are and spot your landing, whereas on this, you have no time at all. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna turn on my fitness tracker. That way I can get some exercise in. Kill 3 birds with 1 stone. All right, Cooper, you're getting the band hammer, I'm sorry. Stop, no more Fs. Damn it, you went. There you go. All right. So, one attempt down. Oh, sorry. I totally blocked the wrong person. Can I unblock you? I can. Sorry, Ethan. There you go. I should mention it's also freezing in this garage. Like, it is, what's the temperature outside? It is 25 degrees outside, and I can see my breath, so it is very cold inside. Yes, hey, let's see. Person JZ, I'm gonna make you a mod. I'm gonna make you a mod. All right. Yes. I'm gonna make you a mod, August. I think you're doing this one here. All right. I made 3 people mods. Just do me a favor and remove, or put people who say F in timeout, please. I'd really appreciate that. I don't really want to ban people. It's kind of annoying. I want to. All right, Jeremy, I'm also going to make you a mod. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Lone Ranger. Yeah, where is Lone Ranger? Comment, please, so I can. The chat is moving so quickly, I can't. This is insane. All right, Lewis, I'll make you a mod. There you go. I saw you. There you are. Nope, next one. Boom. All right, thank you. Thank you. These live, when you don't do live streaming like the guys who do on Twitch, it is a whole nother beast. It's not making videos. it's something else. I don't even know how those guys live stream for like hours on end. They live stream for like 12 hours sometimes, even more. Like, even after an hour, it takes forever. So, with that being said, let's give this another attempt. So this is attempt 3. Alright, we land on tire. I need to change the speed of the chat real quick, just because it is going so quickly. Oh man, I even have it set to top chat, which shouldn't, no I didn't. Alright, that's more palatable. So Kyle was saying, I should get a propane heater. I actually do have an old kerosene heater in here. It just smokes like crazy. So I'm a little scared to use it, to be honest. So that's why I got like this little portable one, which just runs off electricity, but I'm not so sure how good that is. So I just bundle up, and by the time I'm on my 10th try, I should be sweating. All right, attempt 4. Okay, we got foot on the pedal. I need a microphone over here. So for what it's worth, I have a microphone pinned right here. So when I go away from this area, you might not hear me. I could pin it to myself, but the issue with that is you're gonna hear me like grunting every time I do a tail whip, which is kind of awkward. Do I have any tips for building trails without any big machinery? Honestly, I think building trails by hand is one of the best ways to do it if you can and you have the time. Not only do you get a workout by doing it that way, but it's a lot more gradual and you can really take your time to make the trail your own. The only thing that sucks is you're gonna dedicate a lot of time. So the good thing about building by hand is you're not doing considerable damage. So you can kind of slowly finesse a trail into place. The bad thing about building trails by hand is it's gonna take forever. And as you start building trails, you learn all the tricks, and you don't really need any experience. You kind of see what works and you keep doing that, and you see what doesn't work and you don't do that. So, all right. I'm gonna make 1 or 2 more people mod. Where's Haley? Haley is working out inside the basement. I didn't even tell her I was doing this live stream. Yes, I'm not a DeWalt fanboy. This is in response to you, Gavin. But once you get stuck in a battery ecosystem, it's just so much easier to stay with that battery ecosystem when it comes to those power tools, because the batteries are the most expensive part of the tool half the time. So if you have a bunch of batteries, it's just easier to buy the bare tool and use the few batteries you have. I do have a few adapters that change those batteries to like ONYX tools and whatnot. So, but generally when I need those, I don't have them on hand. So I just default to buying another DeWalt tool. But I have gotten a few DeWalt things for free, which is sweet. All right, your mod. Let's see. You're gonna be a mod. Let's see. You're gonna be a mod. All right. Yeah, the Lone Ranger is saying the charger is where they get you. It's those batteries for those DeWalt tools or just any power tool are ridiculously expensive. I have a few FlexVolt batteries, and literally if you're to buy them individually, they're like $100 a piece. It's insane. Okay, back to what you came here to watch me do, which is the tail whip. So let's do another attempt. Let's average 1 attempt per minute. That is too fun. Okay. I'll make a few more people mod real quick. I don't know if I can turn slow chat on. Can I? No, at least not that I can see from here. I wish I knew how to. I have a very simple setup, so. Okay. How do you get to slow mode? Is that like something that's easy to see? See channel, community. This live streaming stuff is always a challenge for me. It's always kind of fun. I don't know if there's on YouTube there's you have top chat and then live chat. I have it set to top chat, which kind of filters some of the questions or comments that come in. So I'm not seeing everything, but I'm seeing most of them. Okay. Put the glove back on. Let's try this again. So I think we're on attempt 7. I'm going to bang out a few attempts really quickly. That way I can say I've done a few more than I have. So 7, this will be 8. Woo, that one was close. That one wasn't too bad. Yeah, it's actually really hard to get any kind of pop on this thing. So it's more about speed than anything. But sometimes the process happens so quickly with a tail whip that sometimes it just comes off right because you did everything right. And like the details are really small, so it's really easy to think you're doing it right and just do something completely wrong. So let me come over and show you something. So tail whip is when you spin the bike. Actually, there you can probably see me better. Tail whip is when you spin the bike around. There's a few ways you can get the bike to spin around. You can kick it, and then you can also use your arms. And the interesting thing about a tail whip is you can do a few different things at once. So you can use your arms and kick at once. So if I bring my arms this way and kick that way, I'm doing 2 things at once. So that's one of the interesting things about a tail whip. But something else that really affects a tail whip, and I say this as someone who can't tail whip, but I've definitely learned a lot through playing around on this thing and hoping I can do it on one of those bikes one day, is all of it depends on your head angle. See, depending on you hold the bike and orient this head angle, the bike will orient itself so it's hanging. So when people say use your arms in a tail whip, a lot of times it's not really like you're yanking the bike around. It's more or less you're just flicking the head angle into a slightly different angle to get the bike around. because a bike is always going to want to hang low. I don't know if that made any sense, but think about it a little bit, and if you have a bike, play with it, because it'll make a lot of sense. All right, that was enough of Phil rambling to a camera. Let's do some more tail whips and read a few comments. So, thank you so much, mods. The comment section is already a million times better. Is a G-Cheese Ascar better than a Rally Tokel? So, I am not a reviewer. I'm a sponsored athlete, so I'm not the person you want to ask for reviews about things. You're stuck on me. There we go. But I will say, compared to the Tokel that I wasn't reviewing, I more or less tested a few years ago, this Zascar is better spec'd. There are different specs of bikes, so yeah, take that for what you will. Let's see. Okay. When's the e-bike? I don't know what you guys are talking about. How can I get my rear wheel up when I'm trying to learn to bunny hop? I have a pretty detailed video about the bunny hop. I think I explained how to get your rear wheel up as best as I possibly could. So I would definitely recommend watching my most recent how to bunny hop video. Oh wow, here's a super chat. Phil, you're awesome. Hope you're having a good 2020. Looking forward to watching you shred this year. I'm hoping I can get back to mountains this year a little bit more. Obviously, with the pandemic, try to keep things a little bit more local. And so I didn't do a whole lot of bike park riding. In fact, I went to the bike park once this year. I didn't even film, I was just riding. Okay, someone please ban Rise and Bread, please. Okay, let's do this. I'm losing track of how many attempts I'm on. I think I'm about at 15, so we're gonna say I'm on 15 attempts. Okay, I got my pedals that time. All right, okay, apparently not. I'm on attempt 13. Thank you, people who've been counting for me. Okay, so I think this would be attempt 14. Woo-hoo-hoo. That one was close. That one, I landed right next to the pedal, so if my feet were in a different position, I would have gotten it. Okay, actual 15. So close. Will I get a puppy for the channel? No. I wouldn't get a puppy just for the channel. Haley likes dogs. I don't mind dogs. I never grew up with dogs. I've always liked my friends' dogs, but dogs are very high maintenance. And if we're away for the weekend, we can't always bring the dog with us. So just out of our lifestyle, we've decided that a cat is a better option. I grew up with cats. Haley grew up with cats too, cats and dogs for Haley. But she's definitely more of a dog person. Let me catch my breath real quick. Whew. So I think in the future we probably will get a dog, but because I know that means a lot to Haley. She absolutely adores dogs, but for right now, Smokey, which is the cat that we adopted when did we get her? I think July. She's been absolutely amazing, and like she's literally my best friend besides for Haley. Well, Haley's my wife, but Smokey and I just hang out by the computer, edit videos. I don't know. It's for me as a person who gets seasonal depression. It's been amazing having her, especially during the like shoulder season in between biking and snowboarding. So she's a good cat. I don't know. So we've kind of concluded that she's probably a. I think it was Trail Futures that pointed out that tabbies aren't always orange. I was always under the impression that tabby cats were always orange, and they're not. So we're pretty sure she's some variation of a tabby cat. A lot of people might think she's like a Maine Coon. She's not. She doesn't have the tufts of hair off her ear, and she's not a Norwegian forest cat because her face is more pronounced. She doesn't have the flat face, so she's a cool cat. I don't really care what breed she is. I just really enjoy spending time with her. Okay, so I think this will be attempt 16. That one was no good. All right, actually, let me. I almost went OTB if you didn't notice. All right, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the subreddit 2 Lifes, but this is going to be one of those moments. But wait, yes, 2 sweatshirts are the same. GT sent me this one, what was it, in like September or something? It was like an extra large, and I usually just take a medium, so they ended up sending me a smaller version, which is the size I usually wear, so now I have 2. There we go. Hi, sweaterception. What size bike is this? I believe this is what we call a clown bike. No, this little thing is really fun. I don't know. I'm glad I got it. It's just fun to goof off on. Any chance of us seeing Smokey? If Haley gets done with her workout early and she comes out here, I might have her grab the cat. Yes, 2 health bars. Program. Oh, there's Haley. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the live stream.
I was feeling you.
So I was just saying that if you came out here, there might be a chance of the cat coming out.
She was sleeping, so she might be a little upset.
All right, Haley just walked in and she walked back to go get Smokey. Okay, attempt 17 or 18? Okay, 19, let's go for it. Oh! That one was close. Do I enduro motorcycle? No, I do not. I've never been into motorized sports. They're not that mountain biking isn't expensive, but motorized sports also is another expensive sport. So I grew up with bikes. I love bikes, so I've just put all my money into bikes. Would I like a motorcycle? Maybe. My light just went out. I would honestly probably go with an electric dirt bike if I ever got one. But I think e-bikes for me will be my dirt bike. Oh, I believe we have a visitor.
She bit me.
Did she?
Because I woke her up. She was down here.
All right, so this is Smokey. She's a very independent cat, so she really does not like being picked up.
She's sassy.
Go-
Do not scratch me. Do not
Go,
make
go,
me
go say hi to the cat. Smokey, you're famous.
Smokey! Look at this floof. Hi. Okay.
Okay. I think she wants to go back to sleep, so we're.
She can run. Oh, cat fur. Oh, cat fur. So much cat. Smokey, you're into a big spook.
All right, I hope Smokey doesn't get too spooked.
We'll see.
She doesn't like loud noises, and luckily, if it was a skateboard, I wouldn't have Smokey in here because that'd be too noisy. But I think because of the rubber tires, that it's not that bad.
You got owl ears.
I landed on the pedals, but my butt landed on the ramp.
This is verbal.
Yeah, Smokey did not like that. So no, that does not count. I crashed. I didn't land on the pedals, but because the wheelbase is so short, it's really easy to loop out. Oh, Jay Dalton, I'll make you a... Jay, you're now a mod. So if you don't know who Jay Dalton is, he has one of my favorite styles on the bike. I ran into him at Rye Airfield a few years ago, and not only is he incredibly nice, incredibly talented, but he has a really cool YouTube channel as well. So if you're looking for some cool BMX content, he's someone to go follow. The microphone's over here, so. Okay. I've landed on pedals once. Let's see if I can do it again.
She's ready to run.
I landed on the frame. Alright, I think Smokey needs to go back inside.
Hey, we're going to your safe place. Calm down.
Let's see. So the cool thing is I can see my heart rate. So right now my heart rate is at 148 beats per minute. So I'm gonna let that go down a little bit. Okay, here's a comment. How much tail whip food? Oh, it was a rhyme. There's a question. What's my biggest jump? The biggest jump I've ever done is probably either the stuff at Fort Hill at Thunder Mountain or the crabapple hits. Those are definitely the biggest jumps I've done. I probably have done a longer jump distance-wise where you just had a lip and you can land anywhere. But honestly, I don't know. What do I like more, Smokey or DeWalt? That's a easy question. Smokey. Sorry, DeWalt. I'm still waiting for my DeWalt sponsorship to roll in one of these days. I've probably given them a few $1,000s worth of my money to buy their equipment. I have gotten some free stuff because they did reach out this summer, and I have to say that electric chainsaw has been way more useful than I anticipated. But okay, Haley, can I have you monitor the comments?
The chat?
Yeah.
How can I monitor the comments without standing right in front of it?
I mean, just pull up your phone, and if you see any good questions.
Do you need to send me a link?
No, you should just be able to go on my YouTube channel and.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, so this is attempt like 22-ish. Okay, 22. All right, we're gonna knock out like 3 more attempts real quickly. 22. 23. 24. And my voice cracked. Okay, one more for good measure. So close. It all happened so quickly. All right. What's my favorite place to ride? Usually wherever I am at that current time.
You have ridden in Florida.
Yep, I have ridden in Florida. Let me catch my breath. Quick second. I rode, actually that's where Seth and I collaborated a long time ago on I think we were the first mountain bike collaboration because we did a game of bike. This is like 2016, yeah. So that was at Santos or Ocala.
We are not doing a tandem drop-in.
If I can clone myself, I'll do it.
No, with you and I. I might die.
Yeah, I don't think that would happen. What's the biggest drop? Honestly, the biggest drop I've ever done isn't that big. It's probably the one, the Pink Wake drop at Highland. Okay, let's knock out 5 more attempts. Okay, I got a foot on the pedal.
Nice.
Okay, my feet, both feet were on the pedals, but they slipped off. So I think that puts us up to like 20, yeah, I was at 25, so now I'm like at 27-ish.
28.
I'll have to go back through this live video and count them. Okay, so I'm gonna call this one 28. Ugh. That one did not go well. Overthought it. 28, this will be 29. See, even if I caught the pedals on that one, I wasn't hanging out over the bike, I would have just looped out.
Someone wants me to ask you about your first bike.
My first bike, I can answer that in a few different ways. So, first bike was like this no-name black 12-inch bike that every toddler gets. The first bike I chose was a Schwinn 20-inch mountain bike. But then the first bike that I like really truly loved was the my first BMX bike, and I got that when I was 5. It was a purple Powerlite, and that's the bike that I started racing on, started dirt jumping on. I miss it. Okay. let's try another. So this will bring us to 30? 30?
29.
29, 30. Let's go with 29. Ah. Alright. We're getting really close, really close. So this live stream might actually end sooner than I expected, but
Never say never.
yeah, it's actually really, like, when I landed one of these a long time ago, I caught a bunch, but I looped out. So I probably looped out on like 15 attempts. So just because I catch it doesn't mean I'm going to land it. All right, here we go.
Oh, that was clean. Just missed the pedal part.
That one felt really good. The bike seemed to rotate slower. This happened so quickly that it's really hard to see what's going on and replicate the things you do right. It's like very minute little details. Have I ever been to the UK? I've been through Heathrow, but I don't think that quite counts. So I did live in France for quite a few years. I was like, moved there when I was 9, lived there to when I was like 14. So a lot of times we would have to fly through Heathrow. But I've never really been outside the airport. So no, I have not truly been to the UK. I do want to. The, what is it? Bike Park Wales and some of those bike parks over there look sick. Like those get me excited to ride. Are you going to thunder a lot in 2021? I mean, it really all depends on how quickly the vaccine gets out to everybody. I'm trying to be cautious, and the COVID regulations in Vermont are much stricter than some of the other states. And so, you know, I'm just trying to do my part and follow the guidelines as best as possible. Favorite suspension brand? I don't particularly have one favorite brand. They all make really good products. I happen to know quite a few people who work at Cane Creek, so since it's also made in the US, I kind of have a soft spot for Cane Creek. They helped sponsor me when I was racing quite a bit, so I can throw Cane Creek up there, but it's not necessarily the best. Okay, so we're going on 31. That one wasn't great.
No.
32. My foot was very oddly placed on the pedal. So I didn't get a great kick.
Moment of truth. Might have to be a pause and come back tomorrow stream.
Well.
I don't know. I'm thinking.
I did give myself the caveat if my phone ran out of battery, I would also stop the stream. Okay, this is 33. That one, even if I caught it, I will have looped out. Okay, 34.
Haley, focus on I can't. You'd lose audio.
What's that?
Someone's like, Haley, plug his phone in.
Yeah, so I have an iPhone, so it's either I only have the audio to aux adapter. I don't have the audio or the lightning to audio splitter, so I can't charge and split out the audio because I have like a wireless mic system, so that's why you can hear me okay over here.
The mirror was here when we got here.
Yeah. It's, you know, in case I want to start doing makeup tutorials. That's my next channel, Beauty Guru Phil.
Can't help you there.
I mean,
Thanks.
I thought it really tied the set together. The saw was there because I finally cut off the coping.
Oh, that makes sense.
What's my favorite, most useful tool? So I'll answer that in terms of power tools. And, well, obviously the excavator is like the best tool I have. So, but I don't think anyone's going to go out and just spend, you know, few grand on an excavator. Honestly, a impact driver has been surprisingly, I have it right here. I love them. Like I use it for everything. But apart from that, I don't know. Every tool has a place. They all accomplish a job. So there's not one that I think is better than the others. Like I find the skill saw I use quite a bit. I use all of them all the time. So what's the most broken part on my bike? Okay, that's a good question. So this is a good time to plug one of my sponsors. Back when I was racing downhill, for those of you who don't know, I used to race downhill professionally. And, you know, I wasn't like getting, you know, money when I raced. I just was at the pro level. I went through wheels like crazy. Like the amount of wheels I went through in a year was insane. Well, it wasn't insane because I tried to like repair them and reuse them as best as possible. But, you know, most of the wheels I was riding on were definitely past their prime. And so I've gone through a lot of wheels through racing, but that's before I had Cushcore, and that's definitely before I was riding Noble wheels. And it's hard for, like, I don't like to be like a huge salesman for companies like necessarily, but those wheels, Noble wheels, have changed the game for me. I can't tell you the last time I had any issues with wheels. I like rarely ever true them. So it's just something I put on my bike and I like never have to do anything with. So I probably should true them more than I do, but they're still like, even if I land something like sideways, the wheel is still perfectly in line. So apart from that, I've broken a lot of parts. So it's hard to come up with anything else, but I'm definitely really hard on wheels, and I've had very good luck with Noble. Okay, would you ever consider racing again, even if it's not pro? My thing is, like, if I raced, I could still compete at definitely locally at a pro level. I just the reason why I don't race much anymore is I don't enjoy it as much. Like it used to be how I defined my value. Like, you know, if I did good on a race weekend, well, that made me feel good. But then if I did poorly that race weekend, I'd like feel like crap. And so a lot of my self-esteem was tied to my race results, and that would put a lot of pressure on me in the starting gate. And it got to a point where I wasn't enjoying it nearly as much as I was. Like there were a few years that 2015 was a really good year for me. I had a lot of fun and the results showed. But then 2016, I didn't take risks. I was a little bit more focused on my YouTube channel. So, okay. And really quickly, someone asked what the best bike park is, and there's no like questions about that. It's Whistler. Like there's no competition. There are a lot of other like really cool ones, but Whistler is like the best. Hey, could you grab a pedal wrench? Yeah. All right. So this will be attempt 35-ish. One pedal.
Delivery. Someone gave you a super chat and said, looking forward to the 6 Shed summertime vids. Any tips for first motions for learning whips?
Okay, so tips on learning whips. I'm assuming you don't mean tail whips. For whips,
For first motion.
It's weird. A whip is a very hard thing to describe. And for me, something that I found beneficial was learning how to ride dirt jumps, because a lot of times, like, to do a dirt jump properly, you almost pull back and travel sideways. So I guess in many ways, learn to travel slightly sideways on a jump in a safe way. I don't mean like go off the side of the jump. I just mean find a short jump, don't go that fast, and just slowly travel sideways and land with your front wheel first, and try to make sure you don't let your back wheel touch until you have straightened out. I don't know, like a good whip is a very advanced maneuver. A basic whip, you can kind of learn by maybe just like popping your hips to the side. It will look really ugly, but a whip is more about feel than technique. I don't know. I've seen a lot of videos of people trying to explain how to whip, and I've tried to explain how to whip, and it's just like there's so many things to describe, and by the time you're at the level to whip, you almost don't need the video anymore. So it's
That's a good point.
yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say this one's 33. I think I said that last time. So 34?
Sure.
34.
I've lost count.
I've lost count.
And I've only been here for a little bit.
34.
Oh, that one was good. Keep going.
My reflexes with my
Stiff.
yeah. Okay, we're at like 36. I got 1 foot on that time.
Yeah.
I really wish I had 2 microphones. One for up here and one to like bring around with me. But if I had a lavalier mic on me right now, you'd be hearing me, which I'm sure everyone
really wants to hear.
does not want to hear. Okay. That one I was off on the like flick. That one was not good. That one I didn't have my soul into. Am I doing any snowboard or ski videos this year? I haven't decided yet. Last year,
If we get a good snowstorm.
yeah, if we get a good snowstorm, I might do one. I think last year, people were excited for the first one, and then, who wants to see someone who's very just okay at snowboard? I mean, okay, I'm better than just okay, but I'm up here when it comes. I'm a good mountain biker. I'm a slightly above average snowboarder. What's the craziest place I've ever traveled to? It's not. I wouldn't call this. I wouldn't call this crazy, but I've been in China. So one of the coolest experiences was riding the SMP concrete skate park in Shanghai. That was cool. You're trying to figure out how to get a BMX bike while in China when you don't speak any Chinese. So that was a very interesting experience. We finally found a BMX bike because I flagged some random Caucasian person out in the street. He happened to be French. He texted me the location of a place I could get a bike. We went there, got a bike, and then went to this indoor or outdoor skate park. But I wouldn't consider China to be crazy, but I was, I was pretty young at the time, so it was a cool experience. The food is awesome. All right. Meh. Okay. Tail whips. We're probably at like a tub 40. So close. Yeah, this is definitely something that's basically muscle memory. Now, hang out like this. That might be better. Have you ever considered going to New Zealand? Yes. New Zealand is definitely like pretty up there in terms of places I want to go.
Yeah.
Not only are the people cool, the writing's awesome. One of my favorite movie directors is from New Zealand. I'm gonna butcher his name, but it's tight. Taki Watiti. I'm sorry to that. He has some of my favorite movies. They're weird, they're quirky, they're funny.
Our favorite Mandalorian episode thus far.
Yes, thank you, Com Manley. That is the name I was looking for. What video am I most proud of? Good question. I think I can answer that question in a few different ways. I really like the video that I made about giving my bike to a friend. That one satisfied my soul. That was kind of cheesy, but like, I really enjoyed the video that I did this year about the bunny hop because I felt like I was able to explain it in a much different way than been explained before, and I felt like I broke it down in a way that if I didn't know how to bunny hop, it would click for me. And then I was also really proud of my suspension video. It's not my best produced video, but I think I did a good job talking about a lot of information that hasn't been presented very well before. But that being said, it's definitely not my most watched video. And then my other choice for that is following Wind Masters. For some reason, that video just has like a totally different vibe. It's just like you're hanging out with me and we're following Wind Masters down Whistler, and it turned out to be like one of like the best videos I've ever made, and it was just a good ride. Got to ask him some random questions on the way down, and super awesome rider, super awesome person. I'm still blown away that whole time he didn't have arm pump. Okay. What are we looking at for time?
You streaming?
Yeah. Might be easier just to look at my phone over there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Favorite MTB brand? Well, that's an obvious question. GT?
6 to 30 minutes.
All right, so we're at just over an hour. I've only done 40 something attempts, so I'm off my 1 minute average.
I can't tell how much battery your phone has.
Don't worry about it. Okay.
I'm really serious.
First bike frame I broke. So the first bike frame I snapped was a SC Mini Ripper. I was 6 or 7 years old. I snapped it clean in half. I was racing BMX, it was practice, landed a jump, 50-50'd, bike just broke on me. I started crying, not because I was hurt, but because I just broke my bike. Okay. I'm sure you guys could probably feel that from.
Ooh, okay, I'm not sitting on skateboard anymore.
Pedal came loose. Cool. Have I ever been to Killington? Yes, I have. What bike did you ride when you realized to make mountain biking my career? I mean, that's kind of a tough question because my career has changed paths so many times that, what? I mean, I guess it's that, I don't know how to answer that question. When I got on GT is when I was kind of comfortable doing YouTube, and it was the first time I was actually getting paid by a company to make videos. So GT definitely helped, GT Noble, like they've definitely helped make this legit for me. So that's going to be my answer. But, I've wanted to do something with bikes since I was 5 years old. So I always thought I was going to go to X Games when I was little. Then it turned into Olympics for racing. And now that's obviously changed quite a bit. So just kind of go where the wind blows. All right, let's not loop out. So I saw a few questions or comments about going higher, and it's really, really hard to get any kind of pop on this thing. So like I physically can't jump that high on it because it's the way it's set up. It's just, you're doing more of an English bunny hop than a traditional American bunny hop. What suspension is better, Fox or RockShox? I'm indifferent. I'm thinking about getting a Zeb for some of my bikes next year. I haven't tried any of them, but I rode RockShox a long time ago. They were good, but all my bikes had come with Fox, so it's all, when you get to high-end suspension, all brands are really good. They all have like different feels. It's, just pick your flavor and stick with it. Yes, I could probably jump higher if I had clips, but that would kind of defeat the purpose if I'm trying to do a tail whip. My toe keeps going loose.
Dude.
Come on, get in there. There you go.
I'm taking a seat.
Am I going to start racing pro enduro? Definitely not. If there's one thing I hate is anything endurance related. I don't know. Endurance is like, enduro takes some of the things I like about downhill racing and then adds endurance, and it's just, to me, it's not for me. I like the one run format where you do a bunch of practice runs, you get the track dialed, and then you go do your race. All right.
Warm back up.
What's that?
You gotta warm back up.
I gotta warm back up for sure. Any tips for new mountain bike YouTubers? Find a niche and hone your craft. Or the other tip I'd like, just start posting. Like, look at what Mr. Beast did. He just tried a ton of different things and saw what stuck to the wall. And, here he is, like, giving out islands and buying everything in a supermarket. But he tried so many different videos before succeeding. For myself, I got lucky. I was in the right place at the right time, and I've been paying attention to YouTube. I've been watching YouTube myself, and I realized nobody was making a lot of tutorials for mountain biking. So I did a bunch of tutorials before anyone else was really doing tutorials, and I was just at the right place at the right time. Yeah, let's try another tail whip. Got one foot on.
Yep. He totally had a tail whip for a vid.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be teaching Haley how to tail whip. I'd be stoked if I could teach her how to whip.
Yeah, I have to hit big jumps first.
What's my favorite trail at Highland? I don't know, it kind of changes. It's probably between, as weird as this sounds, Bonesaw or Cat's Paw. Cat's Paw, I can just, there's so many little gaps I keep finding, but if I'm going to be honest, I'm a little, I would like Highland to change some of their stuff up a little bit. I think they have an amazing trail crew. They do a lot of cool things, but like trails are getting a little stale in terms of like what they are. They did just put in a whole new bottom to any style, and any style hasn't had a continuous run in years. So I haven't tried that out. It will be cool to try that out sometime soon. Okay. One foot.
I'm definitely in the danger zone.
I mean, it's not like my lights aren't.
Yeah, but I'm breaking.
At least I'm holding onto the handlebars. It's not like a skateboard that's gonna like fly out.
Yeah.
Love your channel, but give up on the. I've landed a tail whip before. I'm gonna land one today. It's I've made that promise to myself. So, no, we're learning this.
Panic! Owl ears! Panic!
That one went a little haywire. Owl ears is what we call the face that our cat makes when something spooks her. Ah, this is tricky. I need Velcro piece. Okay, let's redeem that. Last one was pitiful. Getting a little tired. Is the bike you're riding a downhill bike? No. So, I actually have a downhill bike. I just haven't finished building it up, which is a sore subject. Because most trail bikes are just so good these days that you can take a trail bike to a bike park and have more fun because you can ride more things. A downhill bike is very specific in use. You can only use it at lift service bike parks. They're really expensive and they just make the terrain feel kind of, it's like a Cadillac. It just makes everything smooth. Hey Phil, long time BMX guy here. My advice is to put a shin guard over the little ball on the inside of your ankle. I don't have any shin guards, to be honest. I am wearing high top, so that helps. Okay. Okay, these last few attempts have been awful. They have been like, I'd give them like C minus, D plus. Build a mega ramp. I'd love to. What's your number one tip to become a better rider? Ride more. I hate to say that, but that's honestly the best way. Like Malcolm Gladwell has his book on, usually it takes about 10,000 hours to master a craft. You know, that's generally pretty true. Like, so the more time you spend on a bike, generally the better you'll get. Is an Enduro bike with 160 mils of travel good for climbing? Well, if we're comparing it to a cross-country bike, no. But if we're comparing it to a downhill bike, yes. Most like 160 mil bikes they climb well. Like, it's crazy how good they are. 10 years ago, I would say no, because they'd be bouncing, they'd feel like crap. But these days, bikes have gotten so good that you can use one bike for climbing and for descending, for dirt jumps, for whatever, and have just as much fun on everything. Okay, Come on, let's do this, Phil. We can do it. All right, I'm gonna ignore the chat for a quick second, just bang out a few more and hopefully get closer. I'm not warmed up anymore. I need to warm back up.
Yeah.
Ah, that one wasn't bad. I missed the timing on the pedals. I feel like I'm getting close.
Yes.
Have I ever been to Australia? No, I have not. Do you think buying a more expensive mountain bike is better than buying a cheaper one? On general, like, more expensive mountain bike is going to be better, but that doesn't mean that it's the best value. So, I'm certainly not going to recommend taking out a loan to go buy a bike. So, buy the best bike that you can afford, or the best bike that you're willing to spend money on. But, especially if you're getting anything below $500 for a mountain bike, it's going to be suspicious. Okay. What would you recommend for a first bike? Probably one with training wheels. That was a joke. Sorry. That's hard to say because it really depends on what you're trying to do. But in general, if you've ridden a mountain bike around and you know you like it, I would spend, if you can, I'd spend $700 to $1,000 on your first mountain bike. I know that's not always possible, but if you're buying new, that's usually a good price range for something that's going to be upgradable, where you're not completely breaking the bank. Though I'm not denying $1,000 is quite a bit of money. So if you can get them used, sometimes you can get a much better deal, but sorry, you don't know what you're getting when you get it used unless you get it from somebody that you know. So I definitely don't steer people away from getting used bikes because you can sometimes get a better deal, but a lot of times getting a used bike comes with elbow grease attached, and if you haven't biked, maintaining a mountain bike, isn't rocket science, but there are a lot of specialized tools involved, and it about evens out. So, okay, that is enough of me rambling. Let's try to do some more tailwhips. That time I put my feet down prematurely. All right. Take a break, send a flare. So, yeah, maybe if the ramp was bigger. I have done one single flare in my life, believe it or not. It was borderline whether you could call it a flare because I only rotated 90 degrees. So it was more like a flip with a slight twist. But I did do one. Okay, let's do this, Phil. I landed it, did you see? No, my foot wasn't on the pedal. I don't have much of a run-in over here. No, that one was off.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going backwards here.
Seems tired.
Phil, do you think line choice is one of the most important things to get good at? It helps. I think the number one skill I would recommend is pumping. Pumping to me is so useful on many different scales. Helps you get traction, get over features, and it's the basics on how to jump. How is pink brake drop compared to tombstone drop? The pink brake drop is, it's just bigger, and I feel like it's easier to overshoot. So it's one of those things where you don't really need that much speed, and it's really easy to overshoot it, but I have seen people come up short and they've rolled out of it, but it's not pretty. I think the tombstone drop is just a little bit more straightforward because you can see it the whole way out, whereas the pink brake drop is a little bit blind. Okay, another tail whip.
So many loop outs. You're gonna get splinters in your bum.
I'm getting loopy.
Loopy. Tweaker.
What are my thoughts on e-bikes? So, I know e-bikes are this like controversial thing. I think they're awesome. And I think they're gonna change mountain biking in ways that a lot of people don't realize. Your normal bike isn't going anywhere. I'm still, like, they're lighter, they're just better. So your normal bike is still gonna be like the thing that if I'm going out in my backyard, I'm probably gonna grab. But where I do see e-bikes being very interesting is now you can make a flat section of trail really interesting because you're carrying more speed, you can accelerate out of turns. So you can build some really cool features on a flat section of trail in Kansas. So I think trail building is going to change because you can also now build some cool uphill trails. That being said, obviously a e-bike is an easy way to get to the top, so it's going to make climbing easier, and it's going to let people who are less fit enjoy mountain biking more. So there are definitely different ways to look at it. A lot of people just hate on e-bikes for no reason, I think. I think the thing about it is like, it's definitely some weird thing that we haven't seen before, and we're kind of, when the iPhone came out, everyone hated on the iPhone, and now basically everyone has one in their pocket. So it's, when did I do my first backflip? I did my first backflip when I was 13. I was at Camp Woodward. But I did do a backflip on a snowboard when I was 11. And I didn't learn that with a foam pit. I just kind of went for it. All right. Okay, we're getting really close. I think I just need to commit to being a little bit more over the front of the bike because the bike is coming around. I'm landing on the pedals. So when I do land on the pedals, I want to loop out again.
Someone asked about the Bolton backcountry a while ago, and I was actually surprised there's so much snow.
Yeah, the Bolton backcountry is actually looking pretty good. Though the stuff off of Vista is very icy. So, okay. I don't know what that was. How's the angle looking? Does it look good, or should we change it up a little bit?
I think it looks fine. Because I can see everything. Unless you want to shoot it from where
Oh, we got a Michael. You left a super chat, but you didn't leave a comment. When you do that, you gotta leave a comment because I'll answer it. But thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. Nope. I'm getting tired. But My heart rate's not that elevated, so. I'm looking at getting a new bike around 400. Missed. Where's your comment? Where's your comment? I have gloves on. I'm looking at getting a new bike around $4,000. Any ideas? You can get a lot of good bikes for $4,000. Obviously, GT is gonna want me to tell you get a GT. Which, you know, if you want to, they're great bikes. But honestly, you gotta look at what kind of riding you're doing. You gotta look at either what your local shops have, because if you have a local shop, it's good to support them. But you know, direct-to-consumer brands are, you know, they have very competitive prices these days. So there's a lot of really good brands on the market these days. It's hard to single out any one of them, but what you can get for $4,000 these days is incredible. Like you can basically get a race-ready bike at that point. Next question was from Michael. Actually, what are my opinions about tabletops and doubles? Well, I have two different answers about that. If you're a trail builder, doubles are a better use of material because you don't need to fill in the middle. But tabletops are definitely, if you're building a trail, most of the times you're gonna want to build a tabletop because they're a lot safer and less chance of someone getting injured on something you built. So, but to me, doublers are way more fun. Okay. I got the pedal. Anyone keeping track? Know how many attempts I'm on at this point? 80.
Probably.
Favorite cheese? That's between Gouda, smoked Gouda. Cheddar's up there. Someone says 56. That sounds about right. And you're a mod, so I'm gonna take your. Yeah, I don't think I'm at 420 yet. I think we have quite a few more attempts before I'm at. Okay. Well, I guess we're going for 57. Oh, that one felt really good. That one to me felt good because it rotated nice and slow.
Keep going.
I think we're getting really close. I think I'm going to be able to land it in the next few minutes.
Oh, if only the tire was metal.
Yeah, that was almost an ankle breaker. We are getting so close. Okay. Thank you for the motivation. Whew, that's a good chunk of change. Thank you.
The algorithm is starting to randomly recommend.
Really?
That's what someone said.
Oh, that's cool.
I guess you can't land it.
I guess I'm gonna have to.
Keep going.
Ah.
Do I have your twin sister? No.
Jay Dalton, this question is for you. Can you land a tail whip on a mini rocker? Or have you even tried? I know you can tail whip a real bike like it's nobody's business, but well, yeah, so for those of you who have never ridden one of these, it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's very tippy. They're fun, but if you like start going fast on them, it's real easy to go over to bars, and it's real easy to loop out.
She said the center of gravity is so sketch.
Yeah, it's definitely true. I think I got a BMX bike, so once I'm done with this, I'll progress to a BMX bike and then take it to a mountain bike. I'm a racer. That's my background, so I do have like a background in dirt jumping, but I was never good at tricks. My hands and feet stayed on the handlebars, unless I was doing like a knack-knack. So for me, like bar spins and tail whips are just something that's so foreign to me that I have never gotten comfortable even trying them. So I'm trying to break out of my mold a little bit and try new things, but it's not easy. What are my thoughts about Australia? I think they're a little upside down. No, Australians are freaking cool. And Australia, the Melbourne music scene has some like, for some reason, like a lot of my favorite bands or artists at some point in my life were based out of Melbourne. When does Highland open? And are you going to get the... I probably won't be at the opening for Highland, mainly because, because of the pandemic, and I don't think we'll have it under control by then, so going to a very busy place doesn't exactly sound like something I want to do. But I would like to get to Highland again. And yes, the bike that you're talking about, it would be a perfect bike for that place.
I ride 130, 140.
Yeah, Haley's sensor is a 130, 140. I know it's 130, 130 because you have the first generation. So,
yeah.
And the bike that I've ridden there before was 130, 130 as well. So,
Yeah.
all right, another tail whip. My heart was definitely not in that one. Are you in New England or North Carolina? I'm in New England. I went to school in North Carolina. That's where Haley and I met. But we're both from New Hampshire, and now we live in Vermont. So, depending on when you started following my channel, I was living in a different spot. And especially since I was going to school and racing, sometimes I'd be in North Carolina, then I'd be home on break in New Hampshire, and then during the summer I'd be traveling for races. So now people just got super confused. All right.
Go.
Okay, let's do another. Oh, that one felt good.
Roll.
I just want to get this done so I can go have dinner. I'm really hungry.
Oh, that one was good.
Definitely getting closer than I was last time. I don't know what that was. Sometimes the bike just does something you don't tell it to. Alright, what was my worst injury? I have been very fortunate in terms of injuries. I went through 1 year where I broke 3 bones in a period of 1 year. So it wasn't so much one injury, but I broke my collarbone right before I was about to do a World Cup. And that was going to be my first World Cup. Came back from that, went to a World Cup, broke my hand in practice, still did my qualifying run with a broken hand. Healed up from that, then it was like the spring of the next year. And before the first national of that year, I clipped a tree again and broke that same bone. So, I haven't had like one particular worst injury, but there's 1 year that I just had some bad luck. But was my worst crash? I don't know. I can't think of any.
I think it was that OTB
yes.
you did at Angel Fire.
Yeah, so I had a pretty good crash in 2015, which is during my peak of my racing, where it was in my race run, and there's just this one turn that I had braked for on every single practice lap. But since it was a race run and I was feeling really good, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to no brake it. And you're like mocking into the section. I just came into the turn just too hot, slid a little bit, went to the inside of the turn where there was an embankment going up the hill. My front tire caught and tomahawked me down the downside of that bank. And that's the first crash that I got up out of and didn't really try to finish my race run. I did, but I wasn't really pushing it because I rung my bell really hard. And I think I've had like some upper back issues ever since. I think I messed my upper back a little bit. Never been to a doctor about it, so don't exactly know what happened, but all right. Back to doing these funny things. Oh, that one felt like I was going to land it. Why didn't you commit, Phil?
Yeah, Phil.
Okay. Take a breather. Think about this. All right, let's go. Have you ever played or heard of the mountain biking Descenders? I think I've seen it advertised. I haven't played it. I don't play video games much anymore. I really, really suck at video games. So it's the idea of me starting a gaming channel is definitely out of question. You're not gonna see Scotiarsville Gaming. Did you and Haley mountain bike before we met? Yes. Haley we both met at North Carolina on a collegiate cycling team. And Haley...
I've been mountain biking racing since I was 11. I'm 27 now.
Yeah, so Haley started racing when she was 11. She's 27 now. But before that, she was actually a pretty competitive slalom and GS ski racer. And fun fact, she actually did a few races that Michaela Schifrin was at.
When she was 9, 10 years old.
Yeah.
And she was kicking ass then.
Yeah. Apparently Michaela Schifrin was kicking people's butts back then too, when she was like into single digits. All right. I did not commit to that one, even though I could have landed it. Phil, we need, okay. Let's see. I'm gonna make you a mod. Make you.
I volunteer as tribute.
It's so hard to like. There you go. I did 3 more. I need to scroll down. We're getting close to burning 1,000 calories apparently. I don't know how accurate that is. I feel like I've done more talking than I have riding. All right. Oh, come on, Phil. Just put your feet on the stupid pedals. That's all you have to do. Spin the bike, put your feet on the pedals. I'm kind of curious to know what my battery status is on my phone.
I'm doing a checkup. Somehow.
Did I race for Danny Cycles? Yes, I did. How do you train for downhill? I didn't. I just rode, and that was about it.
No, there's just smoky. I can't see it.
That's why I probably wouldn't be that competitive these days, especially on the World Cup circuit. Those guys are fit these days. What?
26%.
All right, we're at 26% battery, so gotta land this soon. We're gonna blitz through this and just do a bunch. What's my favorite trick? Probably a tail whip. In all honesty, my favorite trick is probably a knock-knock. My favorite trick to watch people do is like a good one-footed table. Those just look so cool. I committed to the pedals on that one, but the pedals moved. Jay Dalton had one of the coolest Alley-oop 450s in one of his videos. No, it wasn't 450, it's 270. It was in lot 8, and I still think to this day it's one of my favorite aesthetically pleasing looking tricks. Though I think it was Logan Martin that did like this crazy Alley-oop 450 like a few days ago. That blew my mind. My friend shared it with me. Come on, Phil. We are getting very close.
Oh, love me on the pedals.
Almost got it. Yeah, we've got Haley on the mini rocker. She does not like it.
But I didn't drop in. I don't know how I'd handle the speed to that side.
It's just, they're so awkward, especially on a tiny mini ramp. Ah. Yes, breathe, visualize, breathe, send. What's for dinner? I don't know. What are we gonna make? Fajitas?
We have had fajitas like 5 times.
Yeah, but avocado's ready.
Ooh, fajitas. D the bike.
Hi, I might need to add a few more mods.
Oh, someone beat me to it. Okay, the gamer lingo with G and F and all that is really annoying.
Let's see. Okay. You ask politely. Jordan. Well, that's Juice Master. I'm Goose Master. You almost got me with that name, dude. Or did Jordan actually change his name? I don't think he would, but that's a good parody account if that's the case.
Ooh, with the spinning.
With a spinny thing. Oh. We are getting so close. Alright, oh.
My nose is cold.
Yeah, it's pretty cold in here, especially if you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
How's the shock on this bike? Actually, because of these like basically wheelbarrow tires, I can't say that word. Because of these big fat tires, and I have the like tire pressure set so low, it's actually not that bad. It's bouncy, it's like a basketball. What's the closest we've gotten? I've landed on the pedal many times and looped out. And I've also gone on pedals and just like my feet have slipped off. So we're getting really close. Have I bent the pedals? Yeah, these are like really cheap one-piece cranks, so they're definitely like bowed. I want to make good on my word and land this. Thanks, Justin. So, MTBMA, which is my buddy Justin, we go way back through mountain biking. If you're not subscribed to him, he's and you're on the East Coast, he's definitely one to subscribe to. He's been filming mountain bikers for a very long time. Super cool guy. Really knows his camera stuff. And he's been doing a lot of stuff for Vital MTB lately, I think. Alright, let's land this. Oh. I don't even know what's going on in my mouth anymore. Yeah, James, we made this mini ramp about like a month and a half ago. I have a video on my second channel called Phil's World. It's just like just the process of building it. It's not like a super produced video, but I wanted this to have something to do during the winter since we're not going to the gym and whatnot. Just as something to keep me fit. I've been skateboarding on it quite a bit. Been getting all right at it, but okay. Let's get back to it. Land this. I'll make you a mod real quick. Taco Bell or Chipotle? Honestly,
Chipotle!
I've never been necessarily. I've never loved Chipotle. Taco Bell is actually pretty tasty, but it's probably like one of the fast food chains I go to the least. My guilty pleasure is definitely McDonald's because I know it's consistent. You're gonna get the same thing anywhere you go. They're quick, and if I'm getting fast food, I'm not looking for quality. I'm looking for speed and tastiness. So a lot of times when I'm traveling, I just go to McDonald's. But my backup is probably Wendy's. Wendy's, or if I'm down south, Chick-fil-A.
Wendy's. Someone said, how about a Smoky Lens post for $5?
Did they actually
Yeah.
give a super chat?
Yeah.
I think you might have to go get Smokey again. All right, we'll get Smokey if I land this.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with us. Watch me land this just as he goes to bed.
Right?
Almost did too.
Dude!
Oh my God!
That was so close.
I can't, so a hop whip is actually too hard. I've tried. The little quarter pipe, the pop that the quarter pipe gives you is just the amount you need. All right.
I say we put a pedal on your tire and call it. Oh, no. So good.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Hi.
Ugh.
Pat, pat.
I don't want to lose my knee.
Favorite salad dressing?
Ranch or balsamic vinaigrette? Actually, peppercorn parmesan.
Yes, I do. Can't beat some good fish.
You know what? I'm going to take that back. I've had a really good raspberry vinaigrette. Those, 27.5 or 29. Again, it depends what you're doing. If you're trying to do tricks and you're more concerned about that turning, that kind of stuff, 27.5. If you're concerned about speed, 29. 29ers have gotten so good that it's almost like there is a difference, but once you start riding a 29er, you kind of get used to it pretty quickly. But if I was just doing slopestyle tricks, I wouldn't be on a 29er. Favorite cheese, Tim Cat, is, this one has been asked, but it's definitely between cheddar and smoked Gouda.
Noah Crest said we gotta do John Ride Hill again.
Let's hope this pandemic kind of blows over, because I felt bad Noah, because I came to Keene once or twice, and I was trying to kind of keep a low profile just so there wouldn't be a huge crowd if I went to a bike park. I was hoping you would be there just so I could say hi, but I also didn't want to like advertise to everybody like, hey, like, let's all hang out at the bike park, because that just right now is not a good time. But the bike park that's been built in Keene is really cool, and I hope to see more of those pop up.
Screen is frozen.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
No.
I think we're getting really low battery.
20%.
Alright, just go low battery mode. Alright, we're at 20% battery.
Close, not low battery mode, so.
What?
Let me.
No, that's fine, that's fine. Just leave it.
Leave it.
Alright, pressure's on. If it randomly cuts out, that's because my phone ran out of battery. So warning, my phone is on low battery. Oh, something that you guys didn't know about, but one of the reasons why I'm doing this stream is we finally got good internet at my house.
Yeah.
We moved into this house and there's literally no internet connection. Every house around us had a cable connection except ours. So it took a whole process of 6 months to get a cable line to our house, and now we actually have decent internet. For like the longest time I was relying on cellular. It was a company called Trifecta Wireless, and it worked pretty well for what it was, like, you know, but it was expensive. But you know, you don't have many options when you're in the rural areas. I was at the point where I was just hoping Starlink would become available to me. But we have cable now, and we got the fastest connection possible, so the stream should look pretty good. What's my favorite mountain bike movie? I don't really have any, to be honest. I'm more like video parts, and there's so many good video parts that it's hard to say. I mean, to date, or lately, Semlock's been just doing mind-blowing stuff with his Raw series. Okay, back to landing tailwhips. Landing tailwhips. Come on, Phil. Just lean forwards a little bit more. $95, holy crap. Does that count as an attempt? Yes, I'll start saying first try be for everyone and do a dude perfect style. Do I prefer a loud or quiet hub? Well, I'm sponsored by Aragon. I am sponsored by Aragon. ONYX. ONYX makes the silent hub that I use, and
It's so nice.
For making videos, it's really nice because you don't have a beehive that the camera picks up. So, like, you can hear the ground a little bit better, but when you're riding, you're also going to hear how good your traction is or bad your traction is. So I think there's a lot of advantages to having a silent hub. Not to mention it does have instant engagement. Like it's very weird how it works, but it works very, very well. So it's not cheap though. So if you're looking for a boutique product, I can't recommend it enough, but if you're like just got into mountain biking, it's probably not something for you. How can you get sponsors? I would used to say start racing and show that you have some good results, be part of the community. Now that's changed quite a bit. Now it's not so much about racing as so much as just being part of the community, and great ways to work at a bike shop, network with the representatives that come through, and kind of work your way up. Okay. Come on. I don't want to lie to you guys. I want to land this before the stream ends. That felt close. That felt really close. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I had a brain fart. All right. Oh, so close. How many times have I said that?
100.
I've never ridden Agassiz, to be honest, so I just use DHFs. Oh, I'm getting so hungry. Would I ride a free coaster? Probably not. The lag between instant engagement or engagement just weirds me out.
Should I provide snacks?
No reward until I land it. Which was almost right there.
Intermission.
Thank you, Haley. Yeah, I want to throw the bike, but I have an audience right now, so gotta be on my best behavior. Even if I land, they got my feet on the pedals, I wasn't centered. Let's get this, Phil.
We can't eat a muffin because we don't have muffins.
Don't tempt me with dinner, man. You can't do that to me, Evan. Bon appetit, my friend. Oh, that one felt good.
Oh, the other foot was on the pedal. Now I just need both.
I just need to stop pooping out. How many bikes do I have? Well, I have enough that I don't know how many bikes I have.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 8. The ones I ride mainly is that one right there, that red one, which is the GT Sensor. It's kind of like the bike that I use for everything. Yeah, I never did a bike check on the GT Force 29. I didn't go too many places that I rode it. I rode it a few times, and it was really fun, but I never brought my camera with me. I kind of wanted to get the bike set up before I did a video about it. But next year. Okay.
You want us to send pizza to your house? Don't tempt us with pizza.
Did we have pizza last night?
Yeah.
We did have pizza last night. Hey, just want to give a big shout out to the mods. Thank you very much for modding everything, keeping people in check. Looks like we, look, are taken care of. Phil, please ban this. Please, please.
I thought that you were running out of that one.
My poor butt.
Hold on. Oh, you got a super chat.
I can sure give a shout out to Levi and Jack in Texas. How you doing, guys? Hopefully me landing on my butt is entertaining. Hope you guys are doing good down there. I'm gonna catch my breath for a hot second.
That is definitely a lazier one.
Time to, yeah, I think it would be nice to have a normal size BMX bike and a bigger ramp for that.
Have you ever seen the movie Rad? Of course you've seen the movie Rad.
Of course I've seen Rad.
Oh.
How much did this ramp cost to make? It was about 500. But cost of lumber is pretty expensive lately. Okay. Alright, let's get this one. Ah,
Ooh, you would
It's-
have looped out of that one, but
it's so hard to get your body weight forward. That was probably my closest one yet.
yeah, you didn't hit your butt. Wah, wah, wah.
Would I get a ski bike? I'm trying to. Is that on low battery?
How do I turn on low battery?
So, do me a favor. Oh, my Mac's almost at. Unplug the mic. And leave it. Just, there should be a low battery thing.
Is it this?
Yeah.
Low power mode on, you're at 15%.
Okay. I just lost track of comments because my computer just went dead.
Oh no.
All right. Luckily I have my old phone with me. So, my battery just went dead on my computer. I'm trying to load up the comments on my old phone. Oops, let's turn the volume off.
Feedback.
Okay. Did it freeze? Okay, no, it says.
Feedback.
Okay. I can kind of see the comments still, but they're much smaller and harder to read. So I better land it soon. I don't think that counted, but. I think we're gonna get it. I think we're very close. I said that like an hour ago.
It was 2 hours, I think.
All right. I'm getting so tired. Oh, let's do this. Any good comments?
Most of them are like, you got this, yeah. Eat a Snickers and you'll land it. You're hangry.
I am getting hangry.
Yeah.
I thought that one was it. $900 people here. Holy crap. That's a lot of you. Thanks for sticking with me. Little do you know, I actually just put a loop on. The same three attempts. That one fell off.
What if the ramp breaks first? I don't think the ramp will break.
It might. We'll find out. That was it. That was it, Phil. You just put your feet on the pedals and you go eat dinner.
Yay! Fajitas! Do it for the fajitas. Do it for Smokey. Do it for warm.
I'm warm. I'm dripping sweat.
Whoa, spinny, spinny. And fit it. Did it. Gotta get warm.
Thanks, mods. Have you done a tail whip? No, I've never landed a tail whip on a regular bike. I landed one on one of these, but not on a quarter pipe.
Does 1 foot count?
2 feet. As long as I ride 2 feet, I'm gonna count it. That one was bad. That was really bad. I'm getting so tired. Read some comments.
Mods have been kicking people out for doing Fs.
Yeah, this is kind of the same size as a scooter, just a little heavier. I don't know if it's more awkward, but it's definitely challenging, I can tell you that.
Beginners are waiting, commit.
You'll have to make them too.
Yeah. You technically rode for a little bit.
That one was a little bit longer. That one, my front foot slipped off forwards. That one was... We're getting so close, guys.
Be the trick.
Almost. Let's get this. Come on, Phil.
Come on. Come on, Phil. Cheering squad. Woo! The mice are cheering you on too.
So someone was suggesting getting more pop, and the tricky thing about pop is the higher up I land on the quarter pipe, the more chance I have to looping out. So finding the balance between getting pop and not landing too far up where you just loop out is challenging. Whew. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. We will get this. Oh. I almost had it. Can you do me a favor? Unplug that microphone, and I have an iPhone cable over there. Okay, we're unplugging this microphone, so the audio is going to go to crap in a hot second. but I want to land this.
Ooh, 10%.
So here we go.
Adios, amigos, adios. Audio. Okay, ball, come on. We have power.
Okay. So
Yep, charging.
now the audio is going to be crappy because we ran out of phone battery.
Should I move it closer?
I think we should just leave it for now. Keep it same angle. All right, let's do this. Can you guys still hear me?
You said that we're frozen. You're back. I'm not frozen. You're back. Audio good.
Okay, you can hear me. Cool.
Frozen. Nope, it's back. Okay, let me go to the most recent. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, we got it. We can hear you. Yes. Okay. You don't need to keep saying yes. All 930 of you do not need to say yes.
Well, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's do this. Now that I don't have the battery issue, I'm kind of a little bit more relaxed. But I'm also getting more tired and more hangry and anyone keeping track of what number I'm at?
Over 100 for sure.
Yeah, that I know. Someone's saying 137 maybe?
Maybe.
123 times. Hi. Froze? Screen froze?
I don't see that.
A lot of people are saying it's frozen.
I don't see that.
I'm seeing a lot of comments. Is it,
Unless you're seeing old comments.
what time frame do you have?
8:35.
I'm seeing 8:33.
Oh, yeah.
My comments are a little delayed, I guess. Okay, sorry about that. Guess my comments are a little delayed. All right. Let's do this. Oh! That was the closest one.
You got it. Dude.
Yeah, fix my grip. Oops. Haley? Help. We're good, we're good.
Where's the... Where did the...
Did it break? Where is it?
Oh no! It broke.
Did it?
I don't know where it went.
Here it is. Oh crap, we broke them out.
Broken.
Before they get too loud. Okay, how do you do this?
Duct tape.
I have another mount somewhere. It was over here somewhere. Ah, what did I do with my stuff? Oh, tape. Tape's always a good solution. That is so jerry-rigged, it's not even funny.
Hey man. Oh shit.
Haley, don't swear.
Sorry.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, is that not just the broken? Oh, no, it's not the broken one.
All right, little tripod repair. Pardon for the minor interruption. Let's read some comments while we're what happened? So the strange noise is this compressor that is. Why are you leaking hair? Okay. There we go. No more strange hiss. Sorry about that. Alright. Ditched the hoodie when I land it. You're gonna see a very, very sweaty fill if I do that. Like, very gross sweaty. Oh my god, just thread. Why is this so hard sometimes? Are you skiing? I am a snowboarder, and we've gone snowboarding like 3 times. And then we've done backyard jib setup. Okay, let's put you back in a tripod. You guys get a nice close-up of my sweaty face. I apologize for that. Do I have Strava? I did. I don't really use it. It's not my, I don't know. As much as I like technology, I don't really like tracking my rides. I just like to enjoy the ride in the moment. So, if you guys want to see something gross.
Oh. I'm out.
Okay, let's get back to this. Okay, we are back, and we're gonna land this. Put your feet on the pedals. Let's go to live. Yeah, I need bigger pedals for sure. Let's see. Taking a break reading you guys' comments right now. I'm kind of over here in the dark. I have a light over here, but I decided it wanted to go out on me.
Everything is losing battery.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's not that many tricks I can do on this. So I see people commenting that need to lean forwards. I understand that. It's just like one of those things that it's easier said than done. Like, it's just like when someone tells you like on a jump, just do it harder, pull up, go faster. Like, okay, maybe go faster is easy, but like, it's a lot harder to tell your body to do the things that you're thinking than you think. So, okay, let's do this. We're going to land this. Oh, that one banged my shin pretty good. My enthusiasm and motivation is starting to go out the window.
You got this.
But I like to make good on my promises.
Yeah.
So, according to my watch, we have gone through 1,700 calories.
Dang. That's the most I've burned all day. I was sitting down and working.
Okay, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this.
That's 2 milkshakes.
I could go for a good.
Ooh.
What?
We'll get more smoked brisket delivered to our house.
Ooh, I do like some brisket. I think I know who that's coming from. I'm not even going to look at the comments, but I'm going to thank you, Russ.
You're so good. Brisket.
We're starting to regress. It's getting harder and harder. But that's how it goes usually. Kind of comes and goes in waves. Sometimes you're on a roll and sometimes you're not.
Eat chocolate. Take a break.
So
Do a disaster.
that doesn't count because one foot landed, my other foot landed on the ground, and I kind of coasted. So it needs to be clean.
Nice place for a seat.
Yeah, it's a good place to take a break. Okay. Oh, that one felt so good. Ugh.
Bye, Jay. Try it with the hoverboard.
I don't have a hoverboard. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Ah!
Oh, but your foot is touching.
If my other foot had landed on the pedal, I would have counted it. We are so close. I rolled like 2 inches. Calm down, young one.
I thought I was smoking. Dude. Regroup.
Yep.
You got
Alright. Comments. Questions.
this. She really wants to hear this. Yes, I really want to hear this.
I think Haley's getting hangry. She might be hungrier than me.
Haley is embodying your fly to Sweden and steal the anti-gravity sauce that, I don't know, get burgers. We moved to our kitchen. We can't stop watching. Come on, Phil.
I was bummed. Today I looked to see if there's a potential place selling the Mr. Beast burgers because I want to try one. But fortunately, no place near us.
How many bikes do you have? How many acres do you have?
So we're going to keep the acreage a little bit vague, but I'll just say we have more than 5, less than 15. So it's enough to do whatever we want in the backyard, but it's not like we can build a public bike park and invite everybody out. It's just the right amount to be able to have some lawn, then have our wooded section where we do like the fun stuff. I think next year we're going to be doing a lot of jibby stuff around the fire pit. It's been something that I've been eyeing up a little bit more. Of course, we're going to finish what we started.
Is Bolton Valley doing lift service bike? next summer.
Yeah, so Bowman Valley, I think they've officially announced it, right?
They announced it, but I wonder with the lift if they hit any snags. I don't know.
Yeah, so Bowman Valley should be doing lift service mountain biking, and I can't freaking wait. I've seen a sneak peek of some of the trails that they've built, and they look good. They look awesome. All right, I'll take one more question.
What is your favorite Disney show?
My favorite Disney show? Well, I actually can answer that question for once. I don't watch.
Oh, yeah.
I honestly I don't watch TV shows, but I've made an exception. I watch a lot of movies, but over the winter break, Haley and I watched all of the Star Wars in like the machete order or something. I'm not a big Star Wars person, but I wanted to watch all of them, and we watched them. Got me a little bit more interested, so we have now started. We just finished the first season of The Mandalorian. It was 8 episodes, 30 minutes or so, which was like a good amount of time I could dedicate to watching a TV series, and I was pleasantly surprised. I liked it. I'm not a Star Wars nerd by any means, and it's actually my sister who gave me her login code to Disney. So
shout out to sister.
Thank you, Alicia, if you're watching this right now, and my mom.
Probably. Shout out to mom.
All right, let's do this.
Do it for Baby Yoda. Do it for Snooki.
That was almost a credit card. Oh, I'm getting really tired, so I'm getting.
Yeah, you need magnet pedals.
That, I got both feet on the pedals. I was about to roll away, but my foot made contact with the tire and brought me to a stop. Slowest crash ever. Oh, I'm thirsty.
Center.
I don't know what happened there.
Get your foot stomp the tire. Tire stomp.
Alright, comments. Where did I get this bike? I think I got it off Amazon.
Yeah.
If you look up my mini rocker bike video, that's this one. It's technically not a mini rocker, but whatever. Yeah, you'll find a video on that from 2017, 18, something around there. And I think there's a link in the description. Alright.
Chad's going really slow and then it's like.
Are you gonna... Let's see. Am I gonna try to visit Burn Park once it's open? Thanks, Siri. Am I gonna go to Burn? Jeez, can't talk when I'm tired. Burn Park once it opens. Probably will at some point. But I don't. It's not open right now. Oh my god. Gloves and screens do not go together. These even have those special, I see Mr. Berm Park himself. What do we call you now? Do we call you Seth Bikehouse or do we call you Berm Peak?
Message retracted.
Nah.
Have you ridden Outlaw? I've ridden Hydra. The one Love Drop and Waterfall, but haven't been Outlaw yet. Outlaw is sketchy.
Okay. Taking a break. Let's do this. Oh my God. That one was close. I feel re-energized.
Yeah, energy. You roll it off.
Yeah, my foot dragged. It doesn't count.
Hold it up.
It's.
Gotta do some jumping jacks to stay warm. My hands are frozen.
I wish I could see more comments on my. So I'm using my old iPhone SE to read comments. I can literally only see like 4 comments at once. I wish I had like a true live streaming setup where I had like another camera right here and I could switch between the angles, but it's just so much easier to stream off your phone.
I'm gonna Haley try. No, I'm good.
Go ahead, Haley.
No. Oh, I thought that was it. Even if you rode off the ramp.
If I rode off the ramp and I still hold it, it counts.
Exactly.
Yes! Could you get me a seltzer and Smoky? We owe someone Smoky time.
I'm on it.
Woo! Finally! Oh my God, that only took. I'm generally curious how many tries that took, because I think the last I saw we were at like 130. So, whew. So, when you see people who are really good at riding, who can master those tricks, think about that. They've had to do that with a lot of those tricks. It takes a long time to master a trick. So,
Smoky first and then Zelda, 'cause she's sassy. So sassy.
so apparently it took 156 tries.
So do you get sweaty, Dad?
Rookie, say hello to the internet. Meow. Unfortunately, we have no beer in the house, just seltzer waters. So, oh man, I honestly didn't think I was going to get it at the end. Let me point the camera up a little bit more. Smokey, what do you have to say? So, you guys are new to the channel. This is Smokey. She's about 4 years old. We got her from the rescue shelter back in July. Like, we got her about a month after we moved into the house. Haley and I had been living in an apartment, and there was literally like no floor space, so we couldn't even like get a cat and put a litter box anywhere because the apartment was so small. But
Seltzer delivery.
all right, so we'll let Smokey down. And
She can do a wander. She wanted to come outside anyway. She's in the window.
yeah, it's not a dog. Okay, I said I would take my sweatshirt off.
Oh,
You don't want to.
steaming.
You don't want to see this, but
Oh, it's not even the same color. It's just so sweat.
that is like all sweat. I sweat a lot, And I've only met a few people who get as sweaty as me. And I think that's one of the reasons why I hate endurance riding is just like, even being fit, I sweat like crazy. And it's just like, it's no fun to come off a ride and just being drenched in sweat. So, yes, I should have said first try before I celebrated. So, all right, I'm gonna answer a few more questions, so get them in right now, and I'll be cutting the stream short pretty soon. Where did, do you have a seltzer?
No? Where did you put it?
Where did I put the seltzer? Oh, did I put my sweatshirt on it?
Ew, gross.
All right,
Did you go through Smoky Tunnel?
can you abort a...
He's so clueless.
I don't think Smokey is having any of it right now. Let's see.
Everyone wants to see you.
Can you do a kickflip?
And all your sassiness. Look at Daddy steaming. What's doing? Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy there, Slugger.
All right, one more try. I lost balance on that one. Oh,
It's not like you didn't just.
I can kickflip, but I'm not great.
Are you over it, miss? Another one.
Okay, I'll land a kickflip, and then I will literally stop the stream. That will be it. That doesn't really count. You might get a double kick, you get a single one. Come on, Tony Hawk. Channel my inner Tony Hawk. Ah.
It's okay.
One more try. No, I said I didn't land this. Ah, come on, Phil. Can you tell I'm tired? I'm really tired. There you go. That's where we're gonna end the stream.
Bye.
Thanks for hanging out with me. And if you hung out for the full almost 3 hours, you earned some brownie points. So, all right. I think Smokey wants to go back inside.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.